and welcome to Cooking with Justice. Today we got something special for all the ladies and all the men out there. We got chocolate and nuts. And if your ladies or your husbands like chocolate and nuts, and your wives like chocolate and nuts, or whatever like chocolate and nuts, you're gonna love the triple chocolate pecan macadamia oatmeal cookie. And what you'll need is butter, brown sugar, white sugar, vanilla extract, eggs, baking soda, salt, flour, oatmeal, pecans, macadamias, and of course the triple chocolate. So all you husbands out there, if your ladies like chocolate, make this. All you wives out there, if your husbands like chocolate, make it. Boyfriends, girlfriends, whatever's, make it. You're going to love this. So stay tuned for the triple chocolate pecan macadamia oatmeal cookie. Stay tuned. Okay, we're about to get started on this cookie. So right now what I did was I let 2 sticks of butter, we're going to use 2 sticks of butter, and we're going to be letting it melt. It's best to let it go at room temperature. Once it's at room temperature, it'll, pretty much melt out or so forth, or stay in a little stick, but it's already melted. So it's always good to do it at room temperature. Do not put the butter in the microwave. So we had added 2 sticks to the bowl here. Now we're going to add about 1 cup of brown sugar in the bowl. So that's 1 cup of brown sugar. And this is Trader Joe's organic brown sugar. So that's 1 cup of that. And we're going to add a 1/2 cup of organic white sugar. And this is also at Trader Joe's. You can go to your local grocer nowadays. They got organic everything. A few years back they didn't, but now they do. If you don't have organic, that's fine. Sugar is sugar. But if you're health conscious and all this and that and so forth, and you want organic, then get it. So this is a 1/2 cup of white sugar. We're going to add that. So those are added. So we're just going to stir these all up with the butter. Light brown sugar and regular sugar. I do not like dark brown sugar. It doesn't taste right with the cookies. Light brown, always the best way to go. So I mix that up in the batter. Next up, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of vanilla extract, because I like vanilla extract. So we're going to add 2 tablespoons. 1, 2. Vanilla really makes the cookie come out really good. Just mix that on in there. Yeah, make sure you mix that up in there real good. Next up, we're going to add 2 eggs. We're adding 2 eggs. As a reminder, make sure everything is clean around your cooking area. So we're mixing these eggs in with the mixture. Make sure you mix this really well. So you want to have good cookies, not salmonella cookies. Even though the heating process will pretty much kill off all the salmonella, but just never want to take any chances. So we added that. Get that all going, all good up in there. Next up, we got salt. We got salt. If you have salted butter, which we use, you don't need that much salt. But if you have unsalted butter, then you might want to add a little bit more salt. We're only gonna dash this in there like that because I'm not big on salt. But if you follow the recipe, we're gonna go with 1 teaspoon of salt, and we're gonna go with 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Make sure you get your teaspoon in there. And we're gonna go with 1 cup of flour. So we're gonna put all that in there and get that going. And this batch makes about 30 good-sized cookies, small, medium-sized cookies. This batch makes. So we got all that mixing all up in there. Make sure that flour and stuff is all mixed up really well. Been making cookies for many years. And this is awesome. Awesome cookie stuff. So I hope you like it. Alright, now that's all mixed up, we're adding 3 cups of oatmeal. 3 cups of oatmeal is going into this batch. So we pour 3 cups in there. Get that oatmeal all mixed all up in there with all that goodness. Your husbands will be happy. Your wives will be happy. Boyfriend, girlfriends will be happy. Whatever will be happy. All is good. Even a dog will be happy. And a cat, fish, whatever you have, hamsters, they all be happy. I know dogs can't have chocolate as much. They get sick or something. But this for human consumption. If you give it to your pets, that's on you, not me. But these are awesome cookies. Got the oatmeal going. I always like oatmeal cookies. Get a little healthiness with it, not just flour. Okay, next up, we're gonna add, let's go with a cup of nuts. So these macadamias, that bag only gave me a half a cup. So we're gonna finish it off with the pecans. 1 full cup or a cup and a half, depending on how you like your cookies. More nuts, less nuts. So we're gonna put this on in there like that. So the nuts are in there. It's looking good. Looking real good. Now, final is the chocolate. Now, one quick info on the chocolate. I went to the local grocers, went to a lot of them. But I find that the white chocolate, make sure there's no palm oil and all these substitutes. Make sure it's the real deal in there. And the real deal is white chocolate, which contains sugar, cocoa butter, non-fat dry milk, milk fats, soy lecithin. That's it. And vanilla. That's it. Don't have 1,000 ingredients saying palm oil, fish oil, whatever oil, the oil. Do not have no oils in the white chocolate. Make sure it's pure. And Grenadeli's is a good one. I bought this one. It's regular price, $3.99, $4.99 in your local grocer. Sometimes you can get it for 2 for $3. I mean, 2 for $6 or something like that. But it's not a cheap one. The white is not cheap. The dark chocolate and the white chocolates, usually Grenadeli has all the natural stuff. So I'll go with Grenadeli. That's my little info. We're going to put about, we're going to put 2 cups. I like chocolate. So this whole thing is about 2 cups. For the recipe, you can put about a cup if you like, or a cup and a half. But I like a lot of chocolate in my cookies. So if you want to go with 2 cups, go with 2 cups. So it's between 1 and 2 cups of chocolate. So we're putting all that chocolate all up in there, all the rich gooiness and so forth. Your lovers will be happy. That's if you have a lover. If you don't have no lover or someone to love you or you love them, make them for your sister or your mama. And if you don't have any of those, just sit back and make them for yourself. Watch a movie. That'd be your new best friend. These triple chocolate pecan macadamia oatmeal cookies. And there you have it. It's all mixed up. All the goodness. All the greatness. I'm starting to sound like Muhammad Ali. Uh-oh. Do I have to pay him for saying Muhammad Ali? I don't know. But, here you go. Here you go. So what I usually do is put this in the fridge for about 30 minutes to an hour. Let it cool, get a little harder. And it does a better baking process. If you just put it in like right now, then the cookies will come out flatter. If that's what you like, then go on and get started. But we're gonna put this in the refrigerator for about, in the freezer for about 30 minutes, 30, 40 minutes. Okay, what I'm gonna do here is I didn't put this in the refrigerator just yet, so I'm gonna show you the difference between being refrigerated and then scooping onto the platter and baking it, and then to show them as already mixed up without putting them in the refrigerator. So we're gonna bake 2 sets, and you'll see the difference in size and so forth. So I use a little spoon that's about that way you get the right size, and I have some water here. I use spring water, bottled water. I don't deal with no tap water stuff. I always make sure everything I use is, pure as it can be. So the reason why I use this, it helps get the cookie dough off better onto the pan here. And this is a nice pan, so here we go. And it gives it a great consistency, a great shape. You have to worry about your shapes and so forth. You always get a nice, good shape. And the water loosens it up so it won't stick to the spoon here. I'm going to go ahead and put these in the oven and put the rest of this in the freezer. Okay, we got these out of the oven and the temperature was at 350 for about 10 minutes, 10 to 12 minutes, since we just take the batter after we finish, mixing it, we just put them in there without putting them in the fridge. So this is what they look like when they come out. They are a little bit flatter. But they, come off and there's the chocolate and so forth. So this is what they look like. They're a lot flatter because they're at room temperature when we were mixing it and so forth. So they look like this. So we're going to show you what the other ones look like when they're in the fridge, and then we throw them in the oven, and you'll see the difference. So stay tuned. Okay, these just came out the oven, and these were frozen, or I let them freeze and get real hard, and it seems that they look a little bit similar to these, but this one's they're a little bit thicker, but I guess they all came out pretty much the same. Usually you can see the consistency of this being a thicker cookie compared to a thinner cookie right here, because it's puffed up. And the reason being is since it was cold when it bakes, the coldness seems to keep this a little bit higher than room temperature, and at the end of the process it seems to have a little bit more puffier, and you can break into it and see all the gooiness come out and so forth. So you see a nice looking cookie right here. Some goodness right there. So here it is. Triple chocolate pecan and macadamia oatmeal cookie. All done up. You got 2 to choose from. A little puffier if you put in the freezer for 30 minutes or less, or refrigerator for an hour, or straight from the batter. throw it right in the oven straight from the batter, no refrigeration, no freezer, and it'll be a thinner, crispier cookie. But if you want a puffier one, put it in the freezer or refrigerator. And it doesn't help, it doesn't hurt, or I said help, but it doesn't hurt to top this off with some whipped cream, which is my favorite, the aerosol can. I know the one you make from a blender is better, but this will do just right, because this is my childhood. At 1 in the morning, going downstairs and sneaking some of this in your mouth real quick. But here it is, the triple chocolate oatmeal pecan macadamia cookie. Mmm. Your loved ones will love this. Husbands, wives, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatevers, they'll love it. I'm Justice, your master chef. Thanks for watching Cooking with Justice. Stay tuned for my next episode. Please subscribe and enjoy. More to come. Good day and good night.